Hello everyone, I welcome everyone to this new video. Today we are going to talk about urban local bodies and sixth schedule. Okay, and sixth schedule is very important for our exam point of view. So in the urban local bodies, yesterday I have discussed about 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. So in this, the way 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act was made to install PRIs to the rural areas of the district, in the same way 74th Constitutional Amendment Act was enacted to set up PRIs in the urban local bodies. Okay. Now little history about urban local bodies. Okay. History. Urban local governance in India started with the formation of Madras Municipal Corporation in 1687. Okay, so it first started with the formation of Madras Municipal Corporation in 1687. Okay, after this 1687, after Madras Municipal Corporation, similar corporations were formed in Calcutta. Okay, the then Calcutta, present Kolkata, Bombay in 1726. Okay, now as I already discussed in the timeline of local self-government, in 1882, okay, Lord Ripon, okay, the Viceroy of India, passed a resolution of local self-government. Okay, now after independence in 1953, UP government, Uttar Pradesh government, set up municipal corporation. Okay, in 5 big cities. Okay, what are those cities? Those are Kanpur, Agra, Varanasi, Allahabad, present Prayagraj, okay, and Lucknow. So these 5 cities, also popularly known as Kaval, Kaval, Kaval towns. Okay, K for Kanpur, A for Agra, V for Varanasi, A for Allahabad, and L for Lucknow. Okay, now in 1985, central government appointed National Commission on Urbanization. National Commission on Urbanization. Okay, and this committee gave its recommended report in 1988. Okay, and finally, on the basis of this report, 74th Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, which gave constitutional status to urban local bodies. Okay, so this is the history of urban local bodies. So yesterday we have studied about the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. So now we will study types of urban local government. Okay, so what are the different types of urban government? Okay, there are many types. We will read one by one. Number one is municipal corporation. Okay, now what is municipal corporation? In India, Agartala, you will find AMC, Agartala Municipal Corporation. So now what is this? This is basically, municipal corporation is basically for bigger urban areas. Okay, next, it has three authorities. Okay, as already I discussed yesterday, what are those authorities? Those are the council, okay, the standing committee, and the commissioner. Now, who is the head of the council? The head of the council is mayor. Okay, who is the head of the standing committee? It is, and what is the function of this standing committee? It is created to facilitate the council. Okay, next, commissioner. Commissioner is for basically for implementation of decisions taken by council and its standing committees. And this commissioner is generally an IS officer. Okay, so this is for municipal corporation. Next we are going to study is municipality. Okay, now you have heard about this term about this earlier, I know, but you may not know the reason, you may not know the exact definition or what is the purpose. So second is municipality. Okay, or municipal council. So basically it is found in smaller urban areas. Okay, next, structure is the same as municipal corporation. Okay, so you don't have to read about this structure of this, because already we have discussed in municipality. Okay, municipal corporation. Next type we are going to study is notified area committee. Okay, what is this notified area committee? It is for administration of fast developing town. Okay, and it is established by notification of state government. Okay, so if the state government of any state wants to develop a notified area committee, so that government will basically will issue a notification for establishment for the same. Okay, and members are, who will be the members? Members are entirely nominated. Okay, so the state government will be nominated, state government will nominate all the members of notified area committee. Okay, next type we are going to study is town area committee. Okay, town area committee. So what is town area committee? It is basically for administration of smaller area. Okay, that's it. Next is cantonment board. Cantonment board. Okay, you all must have heard about this term, cantonment board. And what is the purpose of this cantonment board? Its function is basically for administration of civilian population in cantonment area. Okay, understand one thing, what is cantonment area? Cantonment area are such areas where army bases are there. Okay, so in that whole locality, that area is governed by the cantonment board. Okay, there will be a cantonment board, and that board will administer that whole cantonment area. And there then what is the need of the administration? All the army people are living there only, so the army people can administer it. The problem is, in that cantonment area there are civilian populations also. Okay, now to administer those civilian population, these special laws are there. Okay, for the security purposes. It comes under the Ministry of Defense. Okay, and it is a statutory body. Okay, now what is statutory body? Statutory body are anything which is backed by any law. Okay, or any act. Okay, created, statutory body created through Cantonment Act 2006. Next is township. Now what is township? It is established by large public sector enterprises to provide civic amenities to its staff. Okay, next is it is headed by town administrator. Okay, and who will be the administrator? It is appointed by the public enterprise, that particular public enterprise. Next type is port trust. What is port trust? It is established in port areas, created by Act of Parliament. Okay. And who will be the members? Members both elected and nominated. Okay. Next is special purpose agency. What is this special purpose agency? They are function based. Okay. Now what does it mean? It means they are set up to do a particular function, definite function. Okay, not area based. Basically they are function based. Okay, established by Act of State Government. Okay, special works assigned to them by urban local bodies. So this was all for the types of urban local bodies. Okay, so in this way we have completed the urban local bodies, everything: 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, 74th, history, different kinds of urban local bodies. Okay, now we are going to study is schedule and tribal areas. This is very important for our exam point of view. Scheduled areas and tribal areas. So it is basically scheduled area, already I discussed that day, it is 5th schedule. Okay, and it is tribal area comes under 6th schedule. Okay, now we will discuss it in more detail. Now Article 244 Part 10 of our Constitution have special system of administration for certain areas designed as scheduled areas and scheduled tribe areas. Okay, so now we will understand what is scheduled area and what is tribal area. Okay, scheduled area and tribal area. Here 5th schedule deals with administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes in any state except AMTM. Okay, the meaning of mnemonics I discussed in the earlier videos. Okay, now what is tribal areas? Tribal areas are those comes under 6th schedule, administration and control in administration and control of tribal areas. Tribal area control in AMTM. So basically, tribal areas are the areas of AMTM areas, that is Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Okay. And fifth schedule is the scheduled areas other than these four states. Okay. Now we will discuss administration in the schedule areas. Then we will study about tribal areas. Okay. Administration in scheduled areas. Number one, declaration of scheduled areas. So basically, who can declare which one is a scheduled area or not? So this right has been conferred to President of India. So basically, President is empowered to declare any area to be scheduled areas. Okay. He can also increase or decrease, okay, its area. Okay. So okay, so basically president is empowered to declare any area to be scheduled areas, and also he can alter its boundaries. Basically he can increase or decrease the boundaries, okay, with consultation with governor. Okay, with consultation with governor. Next is executive power of state and center. Executive power of state and center. Okay. Now, governor, so executive power of scheduled areas lies with the governor. Governor has to submit a report to president regarding administration annually. Okay, so basically the executive power lies with the governor, and he has to submit a report to the president regarding administration annually. Okay, next is executive power of the center, that is central government, extends to giving direction to the states regarding the administration of such areas. Okay, now there is a council, that is tribes advisory council. Now you should know about this council. Okay, now state has to establish a tribes advisory council. Okay, so in that council, what will be the structure? 20 member council, okay, 3/4 of whom will be representatives of ST in the state legislature. Okay, so basically it is a council, and state has to establish this tribe advisory council. And who will be the members? The members will be the MLAs basically, okay, and those MLAs, those are representative of the ST community. Basically the seats which are reserved for ST within, so the ST community people will be selected from that reserved seat, and among those selected ST candidates, okay, from the state legislature, within them 20-member council will be formed, okay, and within this 20 member, 3/4 will be representative of the ST from the state legislature, okay, and rest one part may be nominated, okay, by the governor. Next is, now what are the different laws that are applicable to the scheduled areas? So basically law applicable to scheduled areas. Governor is empowered to direct any particular act of parliament or the state legislature does not apply to a scheduled areas, or apply with specified modification and exemptions, okay. So basically in the scheduled areas, the laws of the parliament and laws of the state legislature will not applicable, okay, but governor is empowered, okay, to direct any particular act of parliament or state legislature does not apply to state scheduled areas. Now don't be confused, okay, just listen to this. Governor has the supreme power to direct, okay, to give direction. Any particular act of parliament or state legislature does not apply. Suppose there is a law that passed from the parliament, okay, so the governor has the right, okay, whether he should restrict it to be applicable in that scheduled areas or not, okay. If governor wish, then he can change that law, that act, okay, that law according to the need of that particular area, and he can apply to that particular scheduled area. So here everything lies with the governor, okay. Governor can do as he wish to do, okay. Next is, now this was everything for scheduled areas, okay. Now we will talk about administration in the tribal areas, okay. Administration in tribal areas. Now administration in the tribal areas means it is talking about 6th schedule, and if it is 6th schedule, then it is only applicable to AM, TM states: Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram, Okay. Now, what is the administrative structure? Administrative structure or administration. Number one, tribal areas of AMTM constituted as autonomous districts. Okay, but they do not fall outside the executive authority of the state concerned. Now, what is this? This is tribal areas of AMTM, means this four state constituted as autonomous district. Okay, for example, in Tripura it is TTAADC. Okay, so in this TTAADC area, okay, they do not in TTADC area, the administration also lies to the with the state government. Okay, the executive authority is lies with the state government. Now, governor is recognized governor is recognized the autonomous districts. Okay, so governor has the power to declare any place as a autonomous district or not. Okay, now what is autonomous district? Okay, so autonomous district has its own district council. Okay, and that council is of 30 member. Okay, 4 nominated by governor, and 26 are elected. So now do let me know in the comment section, in Tripura's district council total how many members are there, and within them how many are nominated and how many are elected. Okay, do let me know in the comment. And the term of the office is term of this office is about district council. Okay, office is 5 year. Next, district and regional council can constitute village councils or courts for trial and suits and cases between tribes. So basically it has given the power like Nyay Panchayat. Okay, so in the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act we have seen Nyay Panchayat. Okay, so the function that Nyay Panchayat performs, that function is given to district and regional council. Okay, so basically they can constitute a village council which will act as a court. Okay, where basically the cases between tribes can be solved. Okay, but here is an exception, but all such all such laws require the assent of governor. Okay, so if these laws, these councils are made, so these the resolution has to be passed from the governor. Okay, so basically the assent of governor is needed. Okay, so in the so you have seen in Tripura, it is in Tripura, as autonomous district council, TTADC are there. Okay, but I think till now 2 or 3 bill has been passed by the governor. Okay, till today. Next, district council can establish or construct or manage public schools, primary schools. Okay, dispensaries, markets, okay, fisheries, etc. Like in the panchayat, the gram panchayat has the power for taxation. Okay, so basically they can tax something like in the mela area or in parking area. Okay, so they can tax. In the same way, district council can also establish or construct or manage primary schools, dispensaries, fisheries, markets, etc. Okay, next is district councils are empowered to assess and collect land revenue and to impose certain specified taxes. So district council, if they want, they also can collect some specified taxes. Okay, now here most important thing, acts of parliament or the state legislature do not apply to autonomous districts and autonomous region, or apply with specific modification. Okay, and exceptions. So this modification is done by the governor. Okay, next is, so in this way we have completed administration of the tribal areas. Okay, now I want to make a comparison. Okay, comparison of 5th and 6th schedule. Okay, so here I will write the basis, like how we will differentiate. Here will be 5th schedule, here will be 6th schedule. Okay, now applicability. Okay, so where the 5th schedule is applied, any other state except AMTM. Okay, it is applicable to only AMTM states. Okay, so basically this comparison will help you to remember everything. Next is declaration. Okay, so basically president in the fifth schedule area, it is president who can increase or decrease, okay, and decrease or alter its boundary. Okay, but in the sixth schedule areas it is governor. Okay, so this is important. In the fifth schedule area it is president. In the sixth schedule area it is governor who is empowered to organize or recognize autonomous districts. Next is executive power. Okay, so in the fifth schedule areas state executive power extend to those areas. So in fifth schedule areas the executive power lies to the state. State here means state government. Okay, and center extends to giving direction to the state. So basically central government will direct the state and state government will rule the fifth scheduled areas. And in the sixth schedule areas, that is tribal areas, here tribal areas constituted as autonomous districts. Okay, but they do not fall outside the executive authority of the state. So basically the executive power lies to the state only in both the areas, that is fifth schedule and sixth schedule areas. Next is applicability of law, means which law will be applicable and which will be not. Applicability of laws. So governor, here governor in the fifth schedule areas, it is governor is empowered to direct that any particular act of the parliament or the state does not apply to the scheduled areas. Okay, here act of the parliament or state legislature do not apply to autonomous district, or apply with little modification. Okay, now who has the greater autonomy? Okay, in the fifth schedule areas it is P Panchayati extension to scheduled areas 1996. Autonomy is given by this act, and in the sixth schedule areas have greater autonomy because it is ADC, Autonomous District Council. Okay, now one more thing about the local self-government. In the local self-government there is another concept called cooperative societies. This is also important for our exam point of view. This also comes under local self-government. Okay, now just a little about it. 97th Constitutional Amendment Act 2011 give constitutional status and protection to cooperative societies. Okay, so here important thing is 97 Constitutional Amendment Act 2011. Okay, now it has right to form cooperative societies. It is a fundamental right. Okay, Article 19. Remember this. Article 19 is right to protection of certain rights regarding freedom of speech. Okay, and in that speech you have right to form cooperative societies, and also this cooperative societies added, this 97 Constitutional Amendment Act added new DPSP, that is 43B, and also it added 9B in Constitution. Okay, so this was all for cooperative societies. So now this was all for polity. Okay, polity static portion, this was all. So if you read only this portion of polity, then your preparation for polity is done. But here we need to understand one thing. In the combined 1 and combined 2 examination, they have asked, they were very specific about these topics only. But this examination combined 3 is about revenue inspector and election inspector. So I feel there will be some question related to revenue, there will be some question related to election. Okay, so for election, which law governs the election? That is Representation of People Act 1950 and 1951. Okay, for revenue there are certain laws. So tomorrow I will take another class where I will discuss specifically polity related to revenue subject and election subject. Okay, so this was all for today. Thank you everyone, and if you need anything about these videos or any lecture, or if you feel any, if you have any doubt about anything, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, thank you everyone.